Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and as you can see this is Lineage. So this was kind of random actually. Let me log in and I'll explain. This is sort of a special video, I guess. It's a little hard to really think where I should start off from, why I decided to do this. I guess recently I saw an announcement about L2 Glory Days, which is supposed to be this update that just came out, which takes the game back to when it was Chaotic Chronicle, Chaotic Throne, before the whole Goddess of Destruction free-to-play thing. So it's supposed to add things from, back from the old day. And I just thought about it. I hadn't thought about Lineage in a while. I've been really busy with Guild Wars and Lord of the Rings and just a bunch of other games lately, and just a lot of work. Mostly work, actually, in games in second place. But I just thought about Lineage, right? And then I went on YouTube and looked up some of the soundtracks, and some people, I know that's weird to some of you, but the people that grew up with Lineage like I did, the soundtracks mean a lot to us. The whole world, the whole Aden is just this. It was the first place I visited online, really. It was my first MMO. It was the first place that I got to play. So here, let's create a new character. This is some old character that I tried when the game originally came out, the Glory Days game.
Then select your character's gender.
I call it the Glory Days game, not update, because it's pretty much a different game.
After you have made all of your selections, click the character creation button.
Alright, yeah, I got it. Okay, stop talking. You can see the character creation is completely different. I'm making this video for people who are mostly familiar with Lineage. It's really hard to do a review, anything like that on a game like this, or review, or even first look. I guess you could call this a first look, but it's just so hard because this game really was my childhood. It was a lot of such an inspiring game to me, and in a sense it's like an old book that you go back to from your childhood, and The Little Prince. I don't know how many of you read that book, but every time I read it, at least, it feels special and sort of different though at the same time. A lot of nostalgia, mainly nostalgia. So it's just so hard to talk about something like this in a way, and I'm gonna say it, but like that. But you can take it in sorts that is my life as I guess it built my fantasy, sort of the way I think. When I think of magic now, I think of the way Lineage, that's where I started off from, magic, and the way casters would cast spells in Lineage, not World of Warcraft. Not for other people it's different games. For me it's this though, and it's just it's just so much. There's just a lot of emotion, and it's a little hard for me to really put it in words. Very special game, definitely. So, let's go through the different races here. I already have a camo. I think I'm gonna make a human, even though before I used to make a human so that I can play on Talking Island Village and listen to music and have fun, because that was my first character overall. I remember my first character ever when I got Lineage for the first time. It was C4, which is not an explosive. It was the first update that I played. I actually played C3. I got part of it, and then I went to the Chaotic Chronicles 4, which was the town of Ruin, right? And that amazing login screen that everyone now knows. And I played it with my first character's name. Oh, I got a text message. My first character's name was let's check who it is. Best Buy. I don't care. My first character was a human, and his name was Vicente. He was a fighter. I remember he had blonde hair. Let's actually try to make that. You've already, most of you know the classes, right? I'll scroll through them really quickly. Dark Elf, Orc. This is a video also, I guess, that's, I think, for a lot of Greek players on UltimatePCzone, this might ring a bell, because I bet a lot of you played it. And if you play it on the Minecraft server, you know that there's an entire recreation of Talking Island Village, and of Gluten, I think, as well. So this kind of looks like my original character. So he kind of looked like this. His face, let's see, his face, I think it was this face, but then I realized that it's not actually, oh no, it was his face, Let's name him actually, Vicente. I'll make him my first character. Wow, it's amazing. This is it! It's just weird now. When I make a character, it just feels like the character creation is so short now. I remember it used to be so long, it took a while to make a character. No, my bad. Not on Lineage. This is other games. And now when I go back to this, such a simple character creation, just pick a face, pick a hair color. That's all. That's really it. And it feels weird. Now when all these games like nose length and chest size and all this other random crap that you really don't need when you think about it. You know, you can sure make your character and all that. But the character creator here was unique enough. I mean, there were so many armors and cosmetics that every character looked different. I never saw anyone that looked exactly like me, so that's weird, right? Alright, let's create this. Would you like to generate a new character into the current settings? Okay. That's a new button. I don't remember that. They got rid of the background, I guess, which was a really nice castle background when I used to play. Oh, and the shoes are different. Oh, damn it. You know, the music is still the same, which I like. So, pin. Let me cut the video for a second, because I don't want you to see this. All right, I'm back. There we go. Okay. Let's see now. I'm expecting a lot of lag and probably a lot of FPS issues. I'm even expecting fraps to crash with this game. This is probably one of the hardest games to run on a computer ever, and such an old game. But when you think about it, it's just I guess, you know, they really boosted up the Unreal Engine, and they put it to the limits with Lineage. I think they definitely tried their best in terms of graphics. It still has really beautiful graphics for a, what is it, 2002? Wow, 10-year-old game. 10 years, guys. 10 years. Pretty sure it's 2002, right? That's when the prologue came out, and then it was, yeah, I think that's about right. Whoa, UI is messed up.
I am the great darkness.
That's weird. Why is that coming out of my speakers on my computer?
I will bring destruction to this world. It is my fate.
Alright, let's listen to this. Something
my
new.
Children of darkness, give me your beautiful deaths as sacrifice to me. They will make the gathering shadows grow across the land. I will spy on the world through those shadows. My darkness will creep out and sicken the world like a plague. Then I will reclaim the power I once lost to the light. Each small sacrifice to me builds on another, bringing the great death in the end. On the day the sacrifices are complete, I will be reborn, bringing eternal death to this world.
Alright, that's over. Oh, they have the good old movement explanation. That when I played on private servers, it was always broken. There was always some kind of problem with it. Alright, so you saw that. Flashy, right? The game's just turned so flashy now, which I really don't like, to be honest. I liked how it used to be done, where you just log in, you don't really have a story, you don't know what you're doing, you're just sort of walking about. Yeah. So, whoa. Actually, I was gonna say frame rate is okay, but as you can see, the moment I turn the camera, that's the worst part, really. See, like right now, it's fine. Not that many new people here. I remember when it came out, when it turned free to play, so many people were here. There was a GM that was given out. I remember free. Oh, let me throw this out. Can I throw this out? Let me throw. Oh, okay. Let me delete this. I just want to set up. This is so weird. Okay, so 1, 2. I guess. Okay. I'm gonna have to set up that later, but I really don't want to waste your time right now. Let's go to the central square and ask what happened. Okay. And I actually used to read the story and all that. I really liked the game. I know a lot of people didn't care, really. They just kind of wanted to go out and do their own stuff, but... Okay. So... This is still the same. And the scrolling, it's weird when you try to zoom in. It's the exact opposite of what it would be in some other games. So this arrow has been changed. So much. I'm not gonna even talk about. Why am I talking about changes? Everything has changed, for God's sake. So this video is sort of like, I guess, going back, a little bit of nostalgia, like re-experiencing things. Oh my god. Oh my god, FPS, why are you crapping on me right now? Wow. 1 frame per second. Ain't that amazing? I hope my voice isn't lagging, like isn't breaking up. That would be terrible. I'd have to revoice this whole thing. Okay, you showed me the waterfall. That's great. There should be a person there. I think that it didn't render. It just sort of said talk to the water instead of talk to the person in front of the water. Okay, 1 million Adena and the minimum jackpot price is 100,000 Adena. Wow. Okay, so a little bit of loading here. Oh my god. This is not my computer, believe me guys. I mean, I play games that are very intense. Texture. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay. Hopefully, this isn't gonna blow up my computer. So this is one of the reasons. I wish I could do videos again, but this is one of the reasons actually why I really can't, because the simple reason that it's so hard to record this game without getting lag. If I actually did, I'd get a bunch of, like, no offense, I'd get a bunch of those crappy Russian videos where everything is just like blinking all over the screen and you can't understand anything because the dude is yelling on his TeamSpeak or Ventrilo. That's basically what it would look like, and I just don't want to be one of those guys. No offense. I speak Russian, so there's no reason for me to hate on Russian. Not that many people, though. Wow. Oh, I gotta talk to him again. Okay. Head to the training grounds. I mean, I'm gonna do high-level videos. I don't want to also be one of those. I've already said this multiple times. I hate Let's Plays. There are multiple reasons for me to hate Let's Plays, but I'm not gonna try and get into that whole thing. But basically, I hate the whole idea of having to post 100 videos of the same thing, just spamming all of YouTube. When people are trying to find a video, something interesting from today or something like that, right? They go on and they see all these Let's Plays, and all of them are like part 1, part 2, and they never actually finish the Let's Play. I just don't want to be one of those people. I just prefer making one extra long video if I have to, but not and have it sort of like an Let's Play, but have it in one part. Why would I want to separate a video into 1,000 different parts? That's just stupid. So I'm level 2. It's all different, like, mind you. Those of you who haven't played the game, never heard of it, this was not like this. Definitely not like this. By now, I would have had to kill at least 10 gremlins to level up. Not 10, like 5 gremlins, I think. It was 4 or 5. But there was a point at which I had played the game so much that I knew how many X amount of mobs I needed to level up. Like the percentages, this also here, the XP bar, it used to be up here. It's not like in this now. It's like World of Warcraft. A big part of the game is like a lot of like World of Warcraft and other more modern MMOs. So I really wish I could go back into the game. The thing I loved, I guess, most about Lineage, and I don't know how it is now, but the economy. Those of you who remember the whole idea of going to a town, sitting down, I think you can do it at level 1 now. You go into a town, sitting down, opening up a store. Package sale. See? Opening up a store, selling items, and then you just sit down and... I have to put something. Oh, I don't have anything. You just sit down and you're selling, and you leave your computer on. It's just that whole concept. It was so much fun. I honestly prefer that in front of an auction house, because they even had this auction, or this broker, I think that's what they called it, This dude... Oh, I have to put on a weapon. Okay. Why can't I fight? Okay. There are two different types of scarecrows and training dummies. No, this whole thing, the damage coming out, that's so not Lineage-ish. That was so many other games, not Lineage. Lineage was splayed over here. They just make it cut and dry. Newbie helper. They changed his outfit. Looks a little bit weirder now. So, the whole concept of sitting down and either selling or buying items, you need to have one item, I think, to buy. So that, yeah, you needed one item to buy so that you can tell people what exactly you need. You have a sample of it. It's just so, it felt realistic in a sense, honestly. It's this really, really nice concept. A really nice way. People were friendly overall. Unless you leave a town, you're just going to get killed then, because everyone's just trying to go get karma. That was just hilarious. That was another fun part of the game. Now people are just going to complain and say, oh, that's stupid, you know. Games should not be played like that. It's all about competitiveness, and you know, I talk a lot about competitiveness. You hear me talk so much, and like I have this really bad habit now. Where am I supposed to go? Hold up. Unleash the power. You can feel the mysterious power that the newbie helper has given you. You should be able to defeat the nemesis. The training. Go attack. Scarecrow. So he gave me buffs. Yeah. It's pretty much the same, Grandpa. Anyways, so just the games, I keep saying, like, all this stuff about games being competitive, and I ask, is this game competitive? I don't play it if it's not competitive, or it doesn't have some competitive element, because I feel like a lot of people are now looking for competitive games, especially since League of Legends and Dota, those types of games. Oh, come on, I'm just used to him giving me the next quest, that's why. Lotro, see, like, I'm spoiled now. I've forgotten that you have to re-talk to the NPC. Before I used, in Lotro now, in Lotro it's just, you talk and then it opens up automatically the next quest. I'm just spoiled now. I feel bad. Lineage gave you a challenge. Now all these cinematics, this is just, not cinematic, okay. We're close enough. This reminds me of a place in Ruin that I used to farm. It's this dungeon, but only this one is different. The enemies look very, very steampunk / Asian. Oh, the other thing, the game I mean, I have no offense, like Asian games, I'm fine with them. No, Lineage 2 is, for God's sake, is an Asian developed game. It's an Eastern game. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, how's it become monsters? I have to kill all of these? It's a game. The Lineage was a brilliant game because it never really did feel neither Asian nor did it feel Western. It was just Eastern, Western. My bad. I should not be saying Asian. So, you know, it didn't feel like that. That was a great thing about it. It just felt like its own game because it was new. Also, you know, people weren't used to. It looks like speak with the guards. Okay. What guards? Oh. Why am I not getting any pictures here? It's weird. I think I should be. Way to go, tutorial. Way to be helpful. That's the way I like it. Oh, he gave me soul shots. Oh, another thing. No other game has used soul shots. I guess they're sort of useless because generally you don't really should not be needing them in the first place. But it was a nice concept, right? It was a nice thing to add on. It's just sad that it doesn't exist anymore. Oh, wait, there's also another thing. I think that now you're... Where is my... Okay. Nope. Where's my... skills. Oh, yeah. Forgotten how the game works, even. Skills to learn. Oh, I need to reach level 5. Yeah. Right. I need to kill more of these husk crawlers. So, oh, I love that sound. At least the sound is the same. You know, I guess it's sort of a useless feature, because why would you need soul shots when you can just weapons can be normally rated, and you just wouldn't need it. You know, in games, there's no need of that in games now. But it was a nice thing. It was another thing to grind for, another thing to, if you declared amen and then leave. Okay. Right now, it was a nice thing. It was sort of something that added up to the economy, something that was to be crafted. It was just nice. You know, a lot of things this game did that you don't really need, but it was just nice to have. And I guess I just missed that. No. Where am I? Where is he taking? Oh, Shannon. Where is that on the map? Lag. I actually don't get this much lag even in PvMP and Lotro. It's ridiculous. You get used to the lag though. That's the thing about Lineage. It never like, it doesn't, just get used to it. I don't think I'd be able to get used to it now after this long. So I don't know how how long this video will be, and I don't really care. I guess I want to finish talking, and then once I'm done, I'm just sort of gonna leave it at that. Tell me. The game also never made you quest. And I know this sounds like a bad thing. It's grinding. But the grind wasn't... It was pretty terrible. Okay, I'll be honest. It was terrible. Once you get to like the later levels. But there's something about it that made it fun. That's very hypocritical, I know. It's very hypocritical. But there was something about it that made it fun. Something... Oh, look. This is what hype level players look like now. Look at this. Where'd he go? There's a dude just here. Just a second ago. Maybe there's someone. I want to show you what a high-level player looks like now. He just left. There's this chick here. Okay. Look, this is what armors look like now. Not a bad thing. They look... I mean, I like them. But I'm sure that I like them. But I'm sure that a player who's been gone for... Who the hell is that NPC? Why is this in the game? I'm sorry, I'm being so critical. I'm sure that a lot of classical players don't like that. It just looks very shiny, very wowish. Yes, I'm gonna say it, wowish, because WoW focuses on shiny armors and stuff like that. The thing I like though, the clan icons and the thing, you know, this guy's Russian, of course. Naborv Guzhach, whatever that is supposed to mean. I actually don't know what that means. You know, it's still pretty, right? The game is still pretty. It hasn't lost its touch in that. It's just so over the top, sort of shiny. Lotro doesn't have that type of shiny. That's why I went, I guess, to Lotro. I really like the fact that Lotro doesn't impose itself. Guild Wars is borderline, but it's in a pleasant way, so it's not necessarily all that creepily shiny. I'm talking about Guild Wars 2. And Guild Wars 1 is not shiny at all. There's some nice looking armors, but they're not shiny by no means. When I say shiny, I mean it in a bad way, right? I mean it over the top. I mean it unnecessarily. I mean like mountains and stuff flying off your shoulders. Like in World of Warcraft, you can have a freaking Murloc shoulder pad. Okay. Talbot. Sounds familiar. I feel like there was another NPC in some other game that had the same name. So all these quests make you go around town. Unnecessary. So unnecessary. They've made the game from really grindy to really, really annoyingly now. And yes, this adds up to the story. I'm not gonna read it really though. I bet it's like Talking Island Village. The original, this is Talking Island Village, supposedly. It's now Talking Island Town. No, it's still Village, but it's a town. It used to be it's a small village. And I know the storyline, the basic storyline. It was destroyed from the meteorites from... I actually don't know how to explain it. There were these things that were falling from the sky. Sort of like big chunks of pieces of planet. I'm gonna put this here. I generally don't set this up. I like to set up down here, this stuff, and this up here, but my F1s are here. in my ones right here, which is a typical Lineage thing to do. But I'll change it, I guess, eventually. Weapon mastery. Definitely gotta get me some of that. No, I wanna learn this more. A power shot. I want to save up. I like the skills though, that they've kept the same skills so far. I bet the game is completely different from their own. And there was also this one other thing in Lineage. You really abandon skills at this one point. As the more you focus on a specific class, whatever you want it to be, the more you get rid of skills that were in previous classes that you don't need. So that really flushes out all the skills and you just get all your important ones. You still have those skills, you just don't use them ever. But there's still a nice feature that they're there. Whereas now other games, you start as a specific class and you really have to use the skills that you're given. Does that make sense? It's not a bad thing. Again, none of this is a bad thing. I just think there were these really cool things that Lineage had, it still has to some extent, that just were there, and it's just made it different. Very different. It's still a very different game. If you definitely want to play a different game now, play Lineage. It still looks very retro-ish, sort of. But the shininess, that's, I guess, one of the things that bothers me. Like this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. So with the capes are, I guess, nice, but I don't know. I do not know. You know, one thing I like about Lineage that it didn't have, and still doesn't have to some extent, other than cinematics, is the fact that it doesn't have. What is this? What is going on? I just got teleported somewhere. I have no idea where I'm going. Where is this? Okay, I think I remember when I played this. When I went free to play. I played a little bit until like level 20. I think I have to talk to this dude. Aren't you here to find the book? Yes, I am here to find the book. Where is the book? There is a book called on one of the desks in the museum. Yeah, but I don't see a book here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Actually. Oh no, wait. Oh. See, like, how am I supposed to know that it's here unless I actually click on this? It looked like a shrine at their desk. Okay. It's a little hard to click on these. After such you're unable to find. They've added some music. Music is actually really nice. Watch out, you're being attacked. What, by a bandit? Let me guess, it's a bandit, isn't it? Memory tells me it's a bandit. Oh, it's a thief! Museum keeper. Okay, let's fight this. See, now they did this thing. Before it was just on top of your head. And, circle when you're fighting. That's all it is. No, I guess it doesn't feel like the same game anymore. Yeah. Alright, let me talk to you, huh? Alright, I'm gonna have to render this video, so I'm gonna try and cut it here in a minute. Let me just see what's up next. If it's something long and boring where I just need to talk. Oh, Paagrio Lord. I remember him. I just want to show you him then. I think he's the same. Kalaki or whatever his name. Kaki? Alright. Kakai. He's the same. I remember him from the old game. I remember a lot of characters from the old game. So I'm sort of like a Lineage 2 encyclopedia actually. Bart was a paladin. That's one of the names of the servers. He was never actually in the games, but he's a paladin from, might have been Lineage 1. I honestly don't remember. But he was a paladin, and that's one of the most famous servers. Actually, the default name for servers is Bart's, so when you play on a private server, very often the name of the server will be Bart's. And it just kind of sticks in your head. Kakai was the orc, he was an orc war leader, basically, in the temple over at the, over here, over on top in the orc village. He used to be, wow, the map is different. He used to be up here in this building that you walk in. So you come out of here, before you used to come out of here as an orc, you walk through this path, epic trail, it was so much fun, memories. You go up here and then there's this stairway, you go up, and then Kakai is in the middle, and then there are 2 guards on the side. I remember I used to confuse him with the 2 guards all the time. So there he is, Kakai, with the same armor, he looks the same. Old friend. Hear me, I am Puagrio, Lord Kakai, invested with the authority of Pagrio, the father of eternal flame. So the orcs in this game I really also like. They're very different than other games. They're called, I remember at some point in the storyline, at some point they called them, I'm trying to think whether it was Kakai from the orc village or was he from Gluden. Because I remember at some point when you're doing the class quests, you go through him. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I can't click on it. I can't click on any of these, which is weird. So, what was I saying? Yeah, orcs here, I think at some point are called high orcs. They're different than the orcs from other games, as in they're superior in some sense. They are more advanced, smarter, stronger, bigger. You actually see regular orcs as well. Regular orcs are just monsters, basically mobs that you get to fight. They're all these like slightly crooked, kind of like the orcs that you see in World of Warcraft. I remember, so there was this big fight, you know, big fights all the time against World of Warcraft and Lineage 2 players, since those were the big MMOs back in the day, right? Lineage 2 was bigger than WoW for a while, and then as World of Warcraft became more popular, and I started playing it as well, there was the whole, there was the Burning Crusade expansion, which really attracted a lot of people. It hit 8 million, I think it was then. And you know, Lineage started fading. There was a bunch of people that played it though, and I'm not talking about just people that were from like Korea or somewhere. I'm talking about players from Europe and from the US. Look at that, good old mobs. The foxes are here. Oh, they weren't called foxes though. They were called something else. I don't remember now. Things are starting to fade. Kobold, that's a new mob. It's a rat person. And I believe that there are ruins where you can see the old Talking Island village, if I am correct. See, all these levels, I haven't killed anything and I'm already such a high level. It's amazing, isn't it? It was not like this. Level 10. By now I'd be... By level 10 I was killing werewolves and orcs. And then I moved on to orc warriors. I think that's what they were called. And then at like level 10 I'd go to the waterfalls. And that's where I started fighting spiders. Even though they were like level 17 or something. But if you get a little group of friends, you can actually fight them off. So I need to now... I'm gonna go get my armor now, right? Yes. And you can pass through. Wait, there are these. You know what? You know, I don't want actually a flying bird. There are these birds that actually now like mounts. They've made the game really easy actually. These birds that basically act like these 1 or 2 minute mounts, so they disappear after 2 minutes. But you know what? I don't need any of that. I'm an old classical gamer. I'm used to walking. Another thing actually I've been hearing a lot from people that play Guild Wars, they've been complaining. See, these are the pieces that fell off the sky and destroyed the big part of the world. These big shards. Alright, like the sea. That's the sea actually that leads up to Gluden. You know, I remember being here. I'd go up I'd go up and go to Gluten when I didn't have money to buy a train. I mean, not train. What am I talking about? Boats. When there was not, I didn't have enough money. I'd just swim through the sea, and I'd click in the distance, and right, my character would be like swimming for quite a while, like 10 minutes, I guess. But I'd click away, go get a sandwich, come back. He's still swimming, right? Click every now and then, because your range isn't, of course, unlimited. And I don't think there's auto walk either. At least I've never really found out whether there was. Another thing, clicking. I didn't even mention that. This is a click to move game, as you can clearly see. I'm just used to it. That even though I haven't played it for so long, I don't mind it. A lot of people hated the fact that it was click to move. I loved the fact that it was click to move. Gave one of my hands so much freedom. And the PvP still worked great. For those of you who don't know, PvP in this game is great. These are the birds that I was talking about by the way. These big birds. Golem mounts, whatever you want to call them. What? Kukuri. Wow, that sounds very very Final Fantasy-ish. This game did not, by the way, this game might now look to you a little bit like Final Fantasy. It did not look like that back then. It was by far not like that. So now I think I need to talk to this. I need to, what does the grocer do? Let's see. What are these things? Now there's a refund that's also new. Oh, I got items. Let me just equip this, and I'm gonna be off, guys. Just put this on, and let me know if, I mean, if you want me to keep doing like small short videos like this for those of you who are interested. It was just a very special game to me. I feel like now I might check it out a little bit more. I've been hearing that they've been doing some nice things, games with a little bit more balanced out. It sucks that you can't actually type. You can't until you're level 20. You're not allowed to talk and chat, which I think is very stupid. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It's just stupid. It's just, I don't know, why would you do that? People, these are the level 1 to 10 to 20 is when you need to talk to people the most. That's when you don't know what's going on. It's just stupid why they got rid of it. But you know, I heard they've done some nice things other than that. I heard that they've done some things that are actually good, some nice changes since the free-to-play launch. Because the free-to-play launch to a lot of people, including myself, I think was a bit of a fail on their part. They shouldn't have made it free-to-play and make a huge update that completely revamps the game. That just pissed off a lot of people. Maybe they could have just put the regular game up, whatever it was at that point. It was like Gracia Final or something, and let it for people. Gracia Final wasn't all that bad. It was still the old game, right? People got pissed when their starting villagers got destroyed because they've been used to them for 8 years, and then all of a sudden they decided to get rid of them. Why would you do that? It's just, why? Those are the nice places. I get it. You want to put all the players in one place. You want to make people feel like they're part of something bigger, see more players. That's just a marketing thing. If people were, yeah, it is, because if people were just allowed to start off from their villages, sure, there's like 2 or 3 people in the whole place. But it still felt a little bit different. It felt a little bit isolated, which was a nice thing. You felt like you were in a small village, and then you're starting to go into the big towns, and you can't wait to see all the people. That's what made it special. Now it's log in, see that there are a lot of people, so that you don't think that the game is failing, and then, I don't know. The game is not failing, by the way, by no means. It's actually right now, it's one of NCSoft's more successful games. Guild Wars 1 still being a very strong game, I think. Which I actually just started playing 2 days ago. Yep. Started playing. I made a character in the storyline right now. I'm about to actually log out and start playing that. So I might actually make a video of that. It'll be right after this, though. So Guild Wars 2 is very strong, and I guess NCSoft is making, also money from Guild Wars 2, of course. But Lineage 2 is still pretty strong. I think it's stronger than Aeon even right now. Aeon's just, in my opinion, trash. I tried out the whole Ascension thing. It's terrible. I really don't like it. I used to like that game, actually, so it's kind of sad. That's it. Alright, guys, it was very nice catching up, checking out my character. Wow, Vikenti, long has it been, my friend. And yeah, we'll see you guys in another video. This was sort of a big recap video that's now gonna let me go back to making videos again. I'm almost, you know, I'm in the heat of college applications, which is taking a lot of my free time. But they're slowly starting to end. Right at this point, it's the peak, it's starting to decline, which means that I'm gonna have more time. You know, this thing, I'm gonna admit, you know, I know I've said I'm gonna have more time after this. I'm gonna have more time after this. This has been going on actually for 2 years now, so there've been ups and downs, but overall, the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, I'd even say three years, I'd say. Basically, since I stopped doing the podcast. Since then I've been busy. I'm completely honest. That's when the college application process started with all the SATs and stuff. I don't want to talk about all that. It's been a long while since I actually had the chance to have a little bit of fun. So this is really nice, and it's nice to see good old Lineage again. So yeah, guys, if you liked the video, comment, like and subscribe. I was gonna say rate. I'm used to the old YouTube system. When I used to do Lineage videos, I remember saying, alright guys, just cry on signing off, rate, comment, and subscribe, give us 5 stars. YouTube used to have star systems before the liking thing. So yeah, if you guys like this, make sure you subscribe. UltimatePCzone, my personal channel. And expect more videos, right? Starting to come to the end of the whole college application process, so should be expecting some big things coming up soon. Alright, see you guys.